Hey friend, what's popping? Welcome! My name is Sneh and today we're going to be talking about 23 things that I've learned in 23 years. I recently just turned 23 on the 5th of August, so I've got a lot of wisdom. I'm a big girl now. But before we get started on those 23 things, please subscribe at home. Subscribe, honey. Subscribe, honey. Like, honey. Comment, honey. Follow me on Instagram. I post cute pictures there. Okay, you can chip in your Yes, thank you. So the first thing on my list is it's okay to miss out. It's okay to not go to that party. It's okay to not go to that event. It's okay to not. It's okay. It's okay. It's literally not gonna matter in heaven. Sit at home. Be at peace. Study. Don't go out with those toxic people just because it's gonna be fun. FOMO never killed nobody. Stay at home. Next thing is be delulu. How big would you dream if you knew you wouldn't fail? Exactly. You would want to be president. You would want to go to the moon. You would want to live on Mars. You would want to do something that's going to make you a billionaire. So be delusional. When you pray, when you hope, when you dream, when you manifest, whatever you do, dream the biggest. Aim for the moon. You'll reach for the stars. So when you're praying, don't say, God, no, my don't you dare undermine my God like that. Because you know he can do anything. You know he rose people from the dead. You know he turned water into wine. You know he turned 2 fishes into 5 million. And you think he's not going to turn you into a millionaire? You think he's not going to allow you to get your dream job? You think he's going to put a dream in your heart and he's not going to give you the tools to execute it? You think he's going to give you a business idea and he's not going to give you customers? No ways. There's no such thing. When you're dreaming, dream big. When you're praying, pray hard. Say, God, I want the biggest. I want the baddest. I want the best. You get me? Thank you. Even if it's for 6 months, live on your own. Have your own space. Your shoe cries. House. This is your home, this is your house, and you live on your own, and no one is going to ask you where you're going at 3 a.m. No one is going to ask you why you haven't been home for 2 weeks. No one is going to ask you why you are eating a bap with bologna. No one is going to ask you why you are cooking in the middle of the night. Have that space. Have that space to, just be able to spend time with yourself, be on your own. It also helps with the people that you allow yourself to be around. When you are not used to being alone, you are gonna surround yourself with stupid people. You're gonna surround yourself with shitty people. You're gonna surround yourself with people who don't like you, simply because you don't want to be alone. So have that time where you stay alone. You are okay. You learning to be by yourself. It's really good for you. Trust me. Your colleagues are not your friends. They will throw you under the bus. Yes, they will get you fired. They will say you did it even though you know very well you didn't do it. They will say you did it even though you were upset. They will go on your Instagram story, see an Instagram story and report it to HR. They are not your friends. They're not your friends. Don't get too close to them. Don't add them on WhatsApp, or at least block them on your WhatsApp statuses. Don't add them on your social media accounts. They are just your colleagues. If it's possible, they must not even have your number. Next thing is, this too shall pass. I don't care what you're going through. I don't care. Whatever it is that you're going through, you're gonna look back and think to yourself, why was I stressing over that thing? You're gonna look back and think, oh my God, I'm able to smile today. I am actually okay today. You're always gonna have that day where you feel like whatever it is that I was going through that was gonna kill me, I'm alive. I'm alive and well. That boy that you're stressing over, one day you're gonna look at him and think, why was I crying over this? That person who died, who was very close to you, one day you're gonna wake up and you're gonna smile when you think of them. So this too It will pass. Whatever you're going through, one thing about time, time is medicine. Time heals everything. You're gonna be okay. Take care of your health. When I was 19, 18, 20, 21, I was thinking, I'm young, wild, and free. I want to be young until I'm 30. I don't need to do all of these rigorous things to take care of my health. I'm young, man. I'm fine. I'm healthy. I drink water every so often. There's something that happens from 20 to 21 where it's like you're not the same person you used to be. You're not going to be able to get away with a lot of things that you usually get away with. I would have always been the kind of person who eats takeaways, who drinks like sugary stuff. I have a sweet tooth, so like I eat sugary things, and I always got away with it until I was 21. I started having like all of these health problems. I was convinced at some point that I was gonna die because like I was just going through the most because I never used to take care of my health. And yeah, so after 21, just start taking care of your health, man. Just start like taking extra precaution because hey, you're not gonna stay young forever, babes. You're not 19 anymore. Sooner rather than later, learn to take care of your finances. It is better to take care of your finances now when you're still in your early 20s because you're gonna take those bad financial habits to your later adulthood when you're married with children and you have more mouths to feed. So learn now while it's still just you. Learn how to take care of your finances while it's still just you so that you don't take it up to when you have kids and when you're married, because when it's just you, I mean, you can survive. I mean, you're the only one who's suffering if maybe you made a bad financial decision and you don't have food for a week until you get your next paycheck. But imagine if you did that and you have 2 kids and a husband. Your husband might probably take care of it, but like if you have 2 kids, if you have an extra mouth to feed, now that other person is suffering because of your bad financial decisions. And also, it takes away the stress. Being financially responsible takes away stress. And going back to health, stress is going to kill you. Yeah. Stress is going to. Yeah, stress also, like, it weighs a ton on your health. So, and finances are very big stresses. I think ever since I started stressing about finances, I've not been the same. I've had this pain on my neck that just won't go away because now I'm an adult and I have to fend for myself and I have to make my own money, and that's stressful. I need a massage actually. So I've already done. It's okay to change your opinion. Don't be scared to change your opinion. If you came out and you said some vile things or you had a very shitty opinion, the next day you can come out and say, actually, I realized that I'm stupid. Or I was, because now I'm different. Change your opinion. It's okay to evolve. You're going to evolve. Your prefrontal cortex is going to develop and you're going to see things differently. And you see things differently. I feel like even some things that, there's something that I thought were okay last year, 2 years ago, and now I've changed my opinion and I live differently. And you find that, you know, if someone knew me from then and then they come and find me now and they're like, oh, you used to say this, I'm like, yeah, now I'm different. Now I've changed. Now I've seen the light. It's okay to see the light and change your opinion, as long as you change from bad to good. There really is food at home. I think once you start making your own money and buying food for yourself, if you are living alone, being financially responsible, you have a job, like you're taking care of yourself, you're the one making money, you're going to realize that actually there is food at home. Actually, like, I don't need to buy McDonald's, I can cook. Because if you buy one street wise two, not such a everything is a mess because of that one street wise two. You're not going to be able to recover financially for the next 6 months. That's why you find us cooking in the AM, cooking in the middle of the night. And that's why you need to get your own place, because your mother's going to be mad. Why are you cooking in the middle of the night? Let your know me know. I think when we are younger, we want to be accepted more. We want people to like us. We want to seem cool. We don't want confrontation. So even if it's something you feel uncomfortable with, even if it's a boundary that you have, you might end up saying yes just because you don't want that awkwardness of like, I said no. But the older you get, the more you should at least realize that your no should mean no. You should set your boundaries, and it's not worth it. If it's a boy, he's not worth it. If it's a friend, they're not worth it. If it's a colleague, whatever, they're not worth it. Even if it's a family member. If you have boundaries, if you set boundaries, you set them for a reason. So let your no mean no. Piggybacking off of the no mean no, know your worth. You have it. I don't care what you've been through. I don't care where you've been through. I don't care what's been through you. You have a worth. You have a standard. I don't care if you're a baby mama, your body count is 5 million. Have a standard. It doesn't matter what's in the past. The past literally doesn't exist anymore. The only thing that exists is the present and the future. So I don't care what you've been through. I don't care what you've done in your past. Know your worth. Set a standard for yourself and keep that standard. You are fearfully and wonderfully made in God's image. No one in this earth is going to tell you what you can and cannot stand for. A man didn't even know you. You didn't even exist, and he died on the cross specifically for you. Piggybacking off of that again. Your standards are not too high. They're just too high for him. You wanting a guy that's gonna buy you flowers, that's not a high standard. He just can't afford flowers. He just doesn't like buying you flowers. He just doesn't like you. That's why he won't buy you flowers. Guys, there's 30 billion men in this world. You will find one who is willing to buy you flowers. You will find a man who's willing to take care of you. You will find a man who's willing to do any and everything. Maybe not everything, but you will find a man who wants to match your standards, or at least one who tries. And sometimes even if he doesn't succeed, you will see it by the fact that he's trying. Leave him. He hates you. Next one, shut the fuck up. Don't tell anyone about the thing you're planning. You're planning. You want to start. You apply for. Your boyfriend. You're graduating. You got a job. You want to buy a car. You bought a car. Don't shut up. Plan for enjoyment, because time for misery plans itself. Any chance you get, my enjoyment. Whether you have money or not, my enjoyment. You get me? Thank you. Start that business. You never know what God has in store for you. You never know what God is planning for you. You're never going to regret starting a business, because even if the business doesn't go well, you will learn something. Even if that business falls apart, you will learn something. It's either going to be a money-making scheme or a lesson. And both of those things, in my opinion, very good things. Another thing is put yourself out there. Whether it's dating, job opportunities, whatever. Put yourself out there. You're not going to regret putting yourself out there unless you put yourself out there and you meet a dusty ass nigga and he plays with your feelings. But we already talked about standards, so you're not gonna do that, right? Thank you. Don't be scared to say, oh, I need this. Oh, I have experience in this. I'm beautiful. Don't you want to cuff me? You don't know who your destiny helper is. You don't know where your destiny helper is. You're gonna find out by putting yourself out there. Be kind. Be kind to everyone without wanting to gain anything. Without wanting anything in return. Be kind. But also, you never know who is sitting in the room where you are being kind. You never know when you are being rude to someone in a parking lot while going to an interview, that is the person who's going to be interviewing you. You never know who your destiny helper is. You never know where they are at what time. And don't be too hard on yourself. You're doing great. You're doing amazing, sweetie. You're doing amazing, sweetie. Go, Kylie, go. Life is unpredictable. Life is hard. There's no such thing as the right time. There's no such thing as the right time for you to start your workout routine. There's no such thing as the right time for you to start that business. There's no such thing as the right time for you to go back to God. Start tomorrow. Actually, start tonight. Start today. Start this morning, this afternoon, this evening, whatever time that is. Start 5 minutes from now. Okay, at least start after you finish watching the video. So this money is not the most important thing in the world, but it's right up there with oxygen. There are more important things, but it's also important. Prayer changes things. Try praying. Whatever situation it is that you're in. Something that I started praying about was my skin. I had really bad skin and I was trying every single product that I could, and I prayed about it. Whatever it is that you are going through, there's no problem bigger than God. There's no situation bigger than God. There's no predicament bigger than God. There is no depression, anxiety, brokenness, witchcraft. There's nothing bigger than God. So try praying and see if it makes a difference. Spoiler alert, it's gonna make a difference. Do not neglect your friends for a man. I know this one might ruffle some feathers, and I'm not saying put your friends over your man. Google the word neglect. To put yourself in a point where like you are no longer friends with these people, you no longer talk to them, you no longer see them as often as you did, or you no longer spend time with them, you no longer care about them until maybe he does something shitty and you need someone to vent to, or until you guys break up and you need to go back to your previous routine where you were seeing your friends all the time. Guys, even your friends are human, and it's not fair for you to expect them to understand that now you're in a relationship and your friendship is gonna be tossed aside, and then you're gonna focus on your relationship and come back whenever the relationship ends or whenever the relationship is in trouble. Do not neglect your friends for a man. That is rude, that is disrespectful, and in 2024 and beyond, we should not be tolerating friends that think their relationship is more important than our friendship. It could be more important, but can we have like more of like an equal importance, or like you can be able to multitask, man. Be able to multitask. It shouldn't be a thing of like now when Tembi gets a boyfriend, me and Tembi are going on a hiatus. Our friendship is going on a break, and then once she fights with her man, or once she leaves her man, or if he goes out with the boys and he's not answering her calls, she's gonna come and talk to me. Because y'all be doing this stuff. Like, guys, story time. I had like a day where my friend was like, we went out. We hadn't seen each other in a while actually, because we were both busy. My friend and I go out, and then while we're out, she's busy like texting her man saying like, I miss you so much, I want to see you. Like, she was so obsessed with her man. I miss you so much, I want to see you. And she lied to me, by the way. Like, she kept saying he wants to see me. Oh my god, he's coming to fetch me. I don't want him to fetch me, but he's coming to fetch me. And then she left, and then he went and he put her in his apartment and went out with the boys. And then now that she's angry at him for doing that, she's venting to me saying, well, I told him I miss him. Oh, she forgot. It's like, I told him that I miss him. I miss him now. I asked him to pick me up only for him to come leave me here. Yada 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 yada. You know, cut those friends off. Leave those friends alone. Leave those friends. They don't value your time. They don't respect you. Leave them alone. You're gonna be confused. You're gonna be confused. You're gonna be lonely. But this is going to be the best time of your life. Your 20s are the best time of your life. You are young. You are sexy. You are hot. All the boys want you. If you don't have a child, you have all the freedom. If you're making money, if you are hot, young, childless, this is your best time. This is your best time. If you're making money, this is the best time for you, babes. It's gonna be confusing because you're going through life for the first time. You're going to be going through life for the first time. There's going to be confusing things. A lot's gonna happen. But this is gonna be the best time of your life. I'm enjoying my life. Time and time again, I go through it, but this is honestly, I've never had so much fun in my life. I've never felt so free. I've never felt so good about living. I've never felt so happy to be alive. So you should too. Have you subscribed? Oh, come on. You haven't subscribed? How about that? But you made it 23 things. 23 things I learned in 23 years. And you still haven't subscribed. But you made it all the way through this video. At least maybe follow me on Instagram. At least comment below some things you've learned, like in your 20s. And give other people who are younger than you advice. At least comment again. Hey, but anyways, thank you for watching.